Budget meals for Bay. Lost a mushroom. You ain't gotta tell nobody that happened. Didn't nobody see that? What's up, everybody? I'm David, and I love cooking, whether it be for my friends or especially for my girlfriend Amanda. So today, I'm gonna try to make a steak dinner for two for only $14. It's gonna be a little tough. I'm not always the best bargain shopper, but we'll see if she can guess how much I actually spent. Let's get shopping. Well, that was a little bit tough. I mean, shopping on a budget isn't always easy, but I tried to make sure that I could find some items on sale so we could stay within our budget. We came out to just a little bit over, $14.33. That's not too bad for a steak dinner for two. Along with these items, today we're gonna be using some things that we always keep in the Tasty Pantry. We recommend that you keep these as well. They can often be found in a lot of different recipes. That way, your shopping list can be that much shorter. Today, we'll be using olive oil, salt, pepper, and butter. All right, let's start getting some of this stuff out so I can start on our first recipe. All right, so first, we're gonna make a double-baked creamed spinach potato. Creamed spinach, baked potato, they both give me a steakhouse vibe, and why not just marry them together, best of both worlds. So we're gonna split the potato, and then you'll wanna put it flesh side down on your parchment paper. Make sure that you pierce the skin. This will help the heat to escape as it's baking. Now, we're gonna put it in the oven at about 400 degrees for about 45 minutes or so, until it's easily pierced with a fork. All right, so our potatoes are ready to go. I waited about 15 minutes until the pan is cool to the touch so that we can work with these bad boys. Now what you wanna do is grab a paring knife maybe or a spoon and flesh out the inside of the potato, leaving about a 1/4 inch of space. My girlfriend's a little bit better of a bargain shopper than me, so I know when she sees all of this stuff, she's gonna think I spent like $50. That's the best part. You can have a really nice meal for a great price point. Now we're gonna scoop the insides into this bowl. And stuffed potatoes are always something that I love because you can grab a bunch of different ingredients like the creamed spinach, or if you want to throw some cheddar cheese, or maybe some mushrooms or something like that if you want to make it a little fancier and have a really delicious side. They look kind of elegant while still on a budget. You can dress it up with a lot of different ingredients, season it however you want, and they're pretty quick and easy to make. Now, before I continue with the mixture, you're gonna want to put a little bit of butter on the inside of your potato skin. When we put them back in the oven, this will make sure it gets a nice golden brown. It's really rich and crispy, and a little bit too much butter never hurt anybody's recipe. Now that we've got these guys ready, I'm gonna mince a little garlic. We wanna make sure that we cut this really finely. If you actually have your date already there, this is when you can show off your knife skills. Just put your hand across the top, look into their eyes, let them know how you're making a nice little dinner for two. Make sure you throw it off like that. When you go ahead and slide it off, you can use some gloves or something if you need to, but you wanna make sure you put a whole lot of love into the meal. I'm gonna add this to my mixture. Now, typically you might use some heavy cream. We decided to go with half and half because it's a little bit cheaper, and again, helped us hit that $14 price point. And now, we're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of butter. And again, if you put a little bit extra, ain't nothing to worry about. Put 3.5. Start to kind of mix that up as we go. We got our Parmesan cheese. That is gonna go amazing with the garlic. Just a little pinch of the salt right there. And now we have some frozen spinach, which is a lot cheaper than fresh spinach, but still gives you the great flavor that you're looking for. You do want to make sure, since we're going to be baking this, that you strain out any of the excess water that you might have gotten while you defrosted it. So we'll just put it into a little strainer here. You can use the back of a spatula, a spoon, or whatever works. Just make sure you get all that moisture out as much as you can. Now we'll add this into our mixture, kind of mash it up a little more with this fork so we can get a nice creamy filling. It smells really good. That minced garlic is gonna be perfect. That butter will give it a nice rich flavor. She ain't gonna be able to get mad at me for at least 2 weeks after this. I'm gonna go ahead and spoon this mixture into my potatoes. You wanna make a little mound. Get it all the way in there, spread it evenly. Now we wanna sprinkle just a little bit more Parmesan on top so we can have a nice little crust. Just, you be a little generous with him. Just let it fall like that. Just don't be afraid of it now, just let it fall, okay? Now we'll pop these back into the oven for about 15 minutes or so, or until it's nice and golden brown on the top. So keep an eye on these because you don't want them to get too crispy, but we wanna just warm them up a little bit, let that butter and cream really heat up and get rich so we can mix with that potato shell. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, now it's time for my favorite part. We're gonna make the steak, the main course. I did a little bit of research since we were shopping on a budget, and in some local ads at my local grocery store, I saw that they had a nice tri-tip loin for only $3.99 a pound. That's about 50% off than the usual retail price, so we really scored here. I'm gonna wanna make sure to heat up my pan properly because you really want this to be super hot. You're gonna put about a tablespoon of oil in here, just enough to kind of evenly cover the bottom. Another reason that we chose this cut is because it's tender. It doesn't require any marinating, like a lot of tougher cuts of meat. And plus, we ain't got no money for no marinade. This is dollar dish. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. But you wanna make sure that you're generous, because since we're only going to be seasoning it right now, this is the only chance you have to add those flavors. Once we put it into this hot pan, it's gonna sear up really nicely, and we wanna make sure those flavors soak through this piece of meat. All right, so now I'm gonna grab these gloves so I can move this steak a little bit and make sure that I get a nice even coating of seasoning. Again, you wanna make sure that you kind of overly salt this just a bit. Now we got some freshly cracked black pepper. Just a little bit, let the pepper and the salt dance together a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And that's a good sound. That smells great. Now you wanna make sure not to disturb it too much so that we can make sure it gets that nice even brown color on each side. So for a piece of meat this thick, we're probably looking at about 9 to 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and check on this color a little bit. All right, it's looking really good, just about ready for a turn. But my girlfriend loves baked potatoes, so I know she's gonna love this meal. I mean, the cream spinach filling, again, is gonna give it just a nice rich flavor, and I think the extra butter that I put in is gonna provide the love we're looking for. Now we're gonna turn this guy on that last side, and again, just leave it there. Let it get nice and brown. That color is beautiful. We're making this about a medium rare to medium well, but again, you can leave it for a few more minutes depending on your taste. This is looking pretty good. So now that we've got our last side all taken care of, we're gonna turn down the heat just a little bit. We're gonna baste this with butter to, again, just give it more of a rich flavor. Make this steak taste even more amazing. Just kind of run that butter through the pan. Let it catch all the rest of the flavor from that nice pan sear. We just wanna cover this steak in some nice melted butter. Now the butter's starting to get brown, so you wanna take it out after that. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and let this rest for about 15 minutes so that we can lock all those juices in and it won't dry out when we slice the tri-tip and plate it in just a little bit. Now, I wanted to make this a little bit more fancy, so I'm gonna whip up a little mushroom sauce that we can drizzle over it when we plate. I'm gonna go grab these ingredients and I'll be right back to show you how we turn this from a 2-star to a 4-star meal. All right, everybody, now that I've got all my ingredients laid out, we can make this fire mushroom sauce. It's really gonna step it up a little bit, and again, just give you a little something to drizzle on there. Make it look real fancy. So what I'm gonna do is set this pan to about a medium heat, and I went ahead and scooped out all of the oil except for about 1 tablespoon. You're not gonna need too much. You wanna go ahead and throw your mushrooms in there. We're gonna cook these about 5 to 7 minutes until they're nice and soft. So you can just get a little bit of oil on those. All right, now while that's going, I'm gonna mince up a little bit of garlic, 2 or 3 cloves for this one, because I like garlic. You know, that's up to you. Again, I'm gonna go with a nice fine chop here. That should just about do it. I'm gonna wait until my mushrooms get a little softer, and then we'll throw them in. These will get a nice brown color, saute really nicely, soften up, and they'll look perfect with that steak that we got. About to make me a little cookbook, budget meals for bae. Now this is gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes, so you definitely wanna take your time here and make sure that you're putting the love into the meal. You don't wanna rush that, just take your time. Let the mushrooms get happy. Let the oil soak on in there, and let that steam come together to make a nice, lovely little steak dinner for 2. These are looking perfect, nice and soft. We've got a nice golden brown color on them. So we're gonna go ahead and add in this garlic, a little bit of salt. Payow, payow, payow. That's all you need right there. Just about 3 payows, you're gonna be good to go. We're gonna add this beef stock, and we only spent half $1. So you're gonna pour that on in there and just continue to mix it lightly and let that reduce by about half. Now, these were pre-sliced and the manager special. So not only did I save money, I saved time, which is definitely gonna be the name of the game when you're trying to make a dinner for 2. Makes it easy. Maybe you had work that day. You can still come home and make this delicious meal without taking up too much time. Now it's reduced down by about 50%. We've got a nice thin layer of that beef stock cooking up with that garlic and those mushrooms. So what I'm gonna do is reduce the heat to low and slowly mix in this half and half. Now again, this is an ingredient we had in our other recipe. We're going to be able to use it for both, and stir it as you pour so it can thicken up. Now you wanna go ahead and let this thicken up for about 5 to 7 minutes. Stir it every so often, kind of let all those flavors come together. Sauce is ready, so I'm gonna turn that off. Now we're gonna go ahead and slice this beautiful steak, and you wanna try to make sure to keep those slices about a ½ inch apart and to always cut against the grain. You see that beautiful color we got in there from that pan sear. All of those juices locked in because we gave it that proper rest time. See if I can make something Pinterest worthy. Now, I wasn't necessarily able to make every cut beautiful, so you can just go ahead and sample them pieces before your date arrive, you know what I'm saying? So for plating, we're gonna go ahead and try to take 2 to 3 slices of this, right here, and then I'm gonna put some of this nice mushroom sauce on top. And now we've got that twice baked creamed spinach potato. Amanda's almost here. I'm gonna go ahead and plate mine. Now it's time to go grab Amanda and see what she thinks. Hopefully I was able to pull this off and make it taste like a professional steak dinner. All right, open your eyes, what do you think?
Wow, babe, that looks good.
You know, I tried to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So what we have here for you is a tri-tip loin covered in a mushroom cream sauce. And I went ahead and threw in a twice baked cream spinach potato. At this point, all I can do is let you taste it. So see what you think.
Okay. You nervous?
No. You see the face. I did my thing.
This is definitely like really great restaurant quality.
You heard what she said? Michelin star on the way. I'm gonna go ahead and see what you think about this creamed spinach twice baked potato.
This looks so good.
Creamy for you, there we go. Okay, you see what I did, what I was doing when I did it in there?
I see you.
Yeah,
I see you.
I tried to make sure I just drizzled him on there. You remember that baya pow? Y'all remember that? That was on purpose. Now we got that nice even color. We got a nice crisp over it, and we got a satisfied.
And the bottom's crispy, the top's crispy, and it's like warm.
You know I brushed the butter on there. I wasn't gonna just put him in the oven. You know, I had to brush
That's really good.
How much you think I spent on all of these ingredients?
I would say you spent 30-ish.
For the first time in quite a long time, she's wrong and I'm right. So indeed, I only spent $14.33.
Wow.
On everything. I don't know if I'll always be able to stay within the budget like I should, but we'll see if I can try to, take after you and find some deals from now on.
I mean, as long as it tastes like that, I'd be happy with however much you spent, to be honest.
Hey, I'm gonna do my thing regardless, but at this point, I think it's time for me and you to go ahead and finish this meal.
Thank you, baby.
Of course, you're welcome. That's it, and I'll catch you guys later. Come on, let's go eat.